The Supreme Court's judgment on the Aruna Shanbaug case is being discussed all across the country, but is the Supreme Court okay to passive euthanasia a step in the right direction? For perspective, I'm joined today by Dr. Sanjeev Bagai, Padma Shri Awardee, CEO of Batra Hospital. He served in KEM Hospital in Mumbai, knows this case very closely, has strong views on it. With us also is Aruna Shanbaug, Secretary of the Society for the Right to Die with Dignity. K. Sujata is Venkatesh's mother, has fought a long battle, personal battle herself, hoping to get euthanasia legal status. With us also is Father Dominic Emmanuel, Director, Spokesperson of the Delhi Catholic Association. I start with you, Dr. Bagai. The first question, the straight direct question. The okay that's being given to passive euthanasia, do you believe, sir, this is a step in the right direction?
I think euthanasia, for a larger perception to understand, is a deliberate attempt with an intention to end life. It's a play of words, whether it's active, that means you give a lethal dose of a particular medication to end someone's life, or passive, in which either you discontinue IV fluids or rational antibiotics or any life support. You can kill a person either which way. If you kill a person by eliminating the person's nutrition or fluids, you're killing that person with dehydration and malnutrition in any case. So I think passive euthanasia per se is going to open a very large gamut of uncharted territories, medically and legally, and it's better that we do not legalize it either actively or passively.
The point you're making is whether it's active or passive, that's just a play of words. Euthanasia per se, according to Dr. Sanjeev Bagai, is not okay. One of India's leading cardiologists, Dr. Devi Shetty from the Narayana Hrudayalaya Hospital, also joining us. I want to get your sense, Dr. Shetty, from a medical legal perspective on the Supreme Court saying active euthanasia is not okay, but they've laid down a certain set of conditions under which they believe passive euthanasia can be permissible. As a doctor, are you okay with the judgment, sir?
Certainly not. I will be very sad if euthanasia gets legalized in our country, primarily because we haven't reached a maturity level to handle this in a very responsible manner. Just because some of the European countries have legalized euthanasia, just because some of the states in the US have legalized, we simply cannot allow this to happen, primarily because we don't have the maturity, infrastructure, knowledge, and the legal infrastructure to control it. It will open a big Pandora's box, and people will take advantage of that. There is no doubt about it.
Okay, you're saying...
And there is no way of controlling it.
You're saying the Supreme Court judgment can be misused. I want to go across to Aruna Shanbaug. He's the Secretary of the Society for the Right to Die with Dignity. Mr. Bhaskar, the two leading doctors saying that this is euthanasia being allowed in from the back door. This is not something doctors are comfortable with in the least.
I've heard what the doctors say, and with due respect to the doctors, I have two observations to make. Euthanasia was a subject that Mahatma Gandhi himself spoke of when he allowed a calf to be put to death. And when he was asked whether he would extend it to humanity, he said, why not? What matters first is mercy and kindness and dignity. And Mahatma Gandhi did not think that India had not reached the maturity level that these doctors talk about. There is a second issue that is also at stake. Passive euthanasia is important because it allows for the dignity of life. Anyone who says that this can be misused must also remember that a knife can be misused. But the fear of misuse does not justify the banning of a knife. What needs to be put in place are measures to see that the misuse does not take place. Arising from that is the third issue. And this is something a great doctor like Dr. Christian Bernard said, that the purpose of a doctor is not to extend life but to give it meaning. The enemy is not death, the enemy is inhumanity. And that is what passive euthanasia is all about. I'm glad that the Supreme Court has opened the doors of passive euthanasia.
Okay.
Last point. Just one more point. Wherever euthanasia, even active or passive, has been allowed, the numbers of deaths have declined, as the statistics from Dignitas in Switzerland will show. That's it.